Hello, it's Mr. Lagarde, and one of our first titles that we're going to create is a whiteboard, as you just saw, where it looks like your hand is writing on the whiteboard. So we're going to start off, we're going to change motion project, we're going to change it 24 frames a second. We're going to leave it at 20 seconds to start with. We won't need that much time, but we're going to just start there, and we're going to hit open. Okay, blank project. Now, a couple of things. First of all, before I started, I recorded my hand just on my phone, writing, pretending to write, and saved it as a movie. So first of all, we're going to zoom out, and we're going to add a rectangle, and basically going to make a rectangle that's going to be the whiteboard for the whole screen. That's not exactly the color we want, so we're going to go to the inspector. We're going to tell it to fill white, and then we're going to change the color of the outline to a gray, and then we are going to enclose that. Then we're going to increase the size of the edge, and we're going to do one more thing here. We're going to go to the geometry of the shape, and we're going to increase the roundness of the corners, just so it looks like it's kind of a whiteboard, I guess. And so that's our whiteboard. The next thing we're going to add is we're going to add some text. And so we're going to type in here, unfortunately I've just written in white, which doesn't help me very much. So we need to change the face color of that, and because it's a whiteboard, we're going to give it a nice blue color. We are going to increase the size of our text. The selection tool, I can increase the size of that. Okay, so we're going to now position our text where we want it. We're happy with that. The next thing we need to do is create a line that is going to cover it up or mask it. So again, we come down here, we select the line tool, and we draw a line that goes from the start to the end. And again, the color is not great, but we don't care that much. And then we're going to increase the width of this to the point that it covers our whole word. Now you'll notice right there at 100, which is as far as the slider goes, it's not covered. So I'm going to just type in 200, not quite, let's say 250. And let's just move our line with the selection tool slightly so it covers it up. Now the next thing we need to do is we need to give this line a behavior. So we come up and click on the behavior tool, and you'll see shape, and we just want to select the right on behavior. And you'll now notice in the slider, as I do, it slowly covers up my line. Now the next thing we want to do is select our text, and we want to actually create a mask. So we come up to Object, and we say Add Image Mask. And then right now it says there is no image mask source. So we simply come up to the line that we've created and drag it down and drop it off. And now if we watch, our letters are slowly revealed, which is perfect. The next thing we want to do is we want to add a new group. And let's just slide our new group up here. And here is where we're going to import our movie. So here's a movie of Mr. Lagarde's arm. So the first thing we need to do is get rid of the green. So we select Filters, Keying, and the keyer, and we drag it onto the movie. So that will get rid of it. Now we go back and select, make sure we're on the right layer, and we select the hand and put it in its first position. So now we just want that hand to follow across at the same time. So what we need to do is select the hand, select the group of the hand, and then we're going to go select our behaviors again, basic motion, We want a motion path. And then let's see where it goes. Okay, that's pretty good. Now, the one thing you couldn't hear is Mr. Lagarde actually singing while he was writing, so that's not that great. So just click on the clip, go to the audio tab, and turn off the audio tab. So now we have our path. Now the other thing is, it would be nice if that path as it went along actually moved a little up and down. So to do that, let's go back to our layers, go to our group, go to the inspector, go to the properties of the group, go to the position, and we want to change the Y position. So hold down Control, and you'll see something that says Add Parameter Behavior. And then we want to select Wiggle. Now we can add the wiggle, and we want to tell it how much we want to wiggle, and we want to add the frequency. Now the frequency, you'll see, is a bit crazy. So we're going to tone down the frequency. We're going to give it a little offset, and that's how much the hand moves up and down. And noise just makes it so it's not quite so consistent. So now those are just, you're going to have to play with that. Okay, and just test it out. So the only thing I would say here is my hand is starting too high, so we'll actually at the beginning pull it all down a little bit. So select the image again, just drag it down slightly, and now let's watch it one last time. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Now, the only thing left is we have to export it. So before we do, I want to make my duration match the actual object. So I've just pulled the whole project time over, and now when we're ready to go, we simply go Share, Share Apple Device. I'm going to share it for Apple TV or PC, and then I say Next, and I would give it a name and save it to my desktop. That's it for the first one. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you soon.